Many Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock That He. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. Too Many Hats podcast. Top of the morning to you guys, man. I don't know what's Facebook or stream y'all or whatever. Kind of like this does what it wants to do, but man, good morning to y'all, man. Top of the morning to you guys. Hopefully you guys had a good hump day, good Wednesday, happy Thursday. Tony and them are they literally just went to another country from where they actually were, and so it's your boy right here, man, Lavelle Salt. Live in effect, man. So hopefully you guys had a great day. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all that good stuff. So Facebook failed to play the intro for whatever reason. We ain't gonna worry about it. So this my topic today, our topic, I'm gonna say our topic. Our topic today, something that I was discussing with my one of my other brothers, uh, and it's a very valid question. Uh, do the holidays still feel like the holidays? We were just saying how when we was younger growing up, how holidays used to feel so special and so memorable, and all the nostalgia that was around it and everything, and it just don't feel the same like it used to feel. Uh, and I guess you get older, and we got a slideshow to go by and some statistics and stuff, but I just wondered, does anybody else feel like that? Do the holidays still feel like the holidays? Because it's a lot of stuff that goes on in your world. You grow up, you get responsibilities, you have families, you have children, all that good thing. What's up, Monica? Thought y'all were gonna be able to get on. And so trying to set everything up. And so do the holidays still feel like the holidays? Doing all my good sharing and stuff. So we're gonna dive right into it because I might give y'all some of y'all time back because I got to go to a DJ at a school today for the holidays. So give y'all some of y'all time back. So that's the question for today. Do the holidays still feel like the holidays? We're gonna get into the slide and see what the slide has to say this morning. Take this down. Do the holidays still feel like the holidays? Navigating joy, stress, nostalgia as we get older. As we get older, do the holidays still feel like the holidays? So, what's up, brother? Good morning to you, man. You know what I'm saying? You are our main supporters, man, over there on YouTube, man. We appreciate you. We're going to have you on the show one morning. I know you be doing your thing, working or whatever, but good morning to you. Thank you for sharing our podcast and showing us love. Yeah, so do the holidays still feel like the holidays? Navigating joy, stress, and nostalgia as we get older. Mom said they just got picked up from Thailand. Okay, airport on the way to the Airbnb. Call may drop. Okay, it's all good. Just glad y'all made it safely and enjoying yourself. Y'all all over that joint, man. One time. Good morning, Elliot. I think that would be Elliot. Good morning, Elliot. Hey, good morning. So we're gonna get into the slide and see what it's saying. Why this topic hits home. It says holidays felt magical as kids. Responsibilities increase as adults, loss, grief, and empty seats at the table. Pressure to feel joyful when you're tired. Good morning, Miss Gwendolyn Powell. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Miss G. Hopefully you have a great morning thus far. Top of the morning to you. And so, like I said, I was saying earlier when I came on, me and my god brother Doc was discussing it some couple of weeks back, just saying how just really when you think back, just like when the weather changes and the time falls back, it just the whole atmosphere kind of switched. You know, with you had your Halloween, you had your Thanksgiving, then you got ready for Christmas and New Year's. But everything just felt different. I guess because you was a child and you was kind of things was different. But as you get older, the responsibilities and stuff like that change. But it's still though, um, even though you do grow up, I will say that I believe that there is something different in the atmosphere as it pertains to uh, the real joy and love behind the holidays, like it used to be. Uh, I think everybody kind of go to their own corners and do their own thing, uh, and then some of the people who kept the holidays going are gone. They're no longer with you no more. So things kind of be different. We're not the same. Uh, so that's why this topic hits home. Holidays felt magical as kids. Like I said, just it was a different uh, feeling in the atmosphere. And like I say, responsibilities increase as adults. You got your ooh boy, you got everything you got to pay for. Maintenance on your home, maintenance on your car, your job. If you're an entrepreneur, maintaining your business, uh, keeping up with your children. They in school activities and graduating high school, graduating college, and got all this stuff going on. And then all of a sudden the holidays come and bombard you, and boom, bam, bow, there it is. So it's most definitely different. Said loss and grief and empty seats at the table. Most definitely that plays a major role in it because, like I said earlier, those individuals that played a major impact in the holidays, a lot of them are not with you anymore, and they the one that I know my grandfather when he was living, he made it undoubtedly clear this is what we were doing, this is where we're gonna be at this particular time. What's up, Miss Jones? He said, I blame bills. I get you, Doc. One time for the bill, Doc. Guess one dude you can't get rid of. That dude named Bill. He gonna always be hanging around some kind of way. Some kind of way, man. So yeah. And pressure to feel joyful when you're tired. Ugh. Pressure to feel joy when you're tired. Sometimes, life be life, as they say. Monica says holidays are definitely different, but we should strive to keep some of the family traditions going. I absolutely agree, and that's why I brought this topic up. And was just thinking about. I had some other stuff that I had came up with, and things that I was thinking about. I didn't want to be negative Nancy, but I wanted to kind of like get the pros and cons to why I think it's feeling like this. When you think about this 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 dude that we got in office now with all the stuff he's promising and not promising and doing and not doing and falling asleep on TV. He talked about Biden being a sleepy Joe and all that stuff, but it's like the last couple of things that we don't see him on, he been asleep himself, so he can't talk about Joe no more. But yeah, let's get to the next slide. Holiday stress, the real numbers. It says 38% of adults say stress increases during the holidays. And wave your hand if you agree with that. I mean, I think, they talked about the bill, so yeah, most definitely. Over 60% of adults say holidays are more stressful than joyful. So those just are the statistics. Holiday stress. And I think a lot of times we kind of put that pressure on ourselves as it pertains to the percentage and the numbers. We put a lot of that stress on ourselves, trying to overcompensate and do stuff that I think that sometimes we really don't have to do. Um, you ain't got to try to get everybody no gift and all that type of thing, and you got to try to outdo do the next one and do this and do that. I just think that's kind of crazy. So, uh, yeah. Miss Gwendolyn said, time events are rushed now. Woo, Valentine items are already on the shelves before December 25th. The climate in our country today, negativity and hate appears to be the king in our country. Man, you dead on. You are dead on. For real, for real. You are dead on. You are dead on. Cleveland Clinic says financial pressure is a leading cause of holiday anxiety. But again, I would have to say that I think a lot of time we put that pressure on ourselves. Uh, and just it's one thing to it's just it's not the gift, it's the meaning behind the gift. So regardless of what you do and don't do. As I said, we have to pass that magical feeling on to the children so they can feel what we felt. Now, come on, Doc. I like that, man. I like that, Doc. Yeah, and that's the. I think as time has increased, I think that's somewhat of the difficult part of it because you want to be real and be honest with yourself. But one thing about children, they know when it's real and it's not real. They can sense it. But you're gonna have to just try to your best to try to make sure you say, like you say, pass that spirit along. So I totally agree with that. Why holidays feel different now? Loss of loved ones, changes traditions. Just like Monica just said, you got to try to keep some of them family traditions going, which is kind of hard, man, because uh, I don't know. It just even when Miss Gwen said stuff be rushed, a lot of time when the family is supposed to meet, we don't start, getting the plans together to the last minute. And, what we gonna eat, where we gonna go, what we gonna do, da 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 da. Man, it used to be back in the day, boy. I'm talking about that time October rolled around, September, you was already knowing what was going to go on. Even with the technology and stuff that we have now, uh, and being able to communicate with each other on so many different platforms and levels, we don't even utilize it as much as I think we should, as it pertains to family. So, yeah, the loss of loved ones changes traditions. So we most definitely know that. Uh, Honestly, one of the reasons we chose to travel during the holidays is because it gets kind of depressing and trying to press family. Man, what y'all? I get that one. But that show what you have to do. You have to, uh, what's up, Joe? You most definitely have to almost, make the folks want to get together. And sometimes it's hard. You got your spouse part of side of the family. You got your side of the family trying to make sure that you please everybody. And why y'all didn't come over here this time? Why didn't come over here this time? So what we had started doing is sometimes like the weekend before we get together before the holiday, and then you get together with the holiday with your other side of the family. So they worked out at one while. So hopefully we'll be able to do that again. But again, the communications is the key. Good to see you, Joe. Uh, Ms. Gwen said the business of our lives keeps us from enjoying the togetherness of all around the holidays. I got you. All around the holidays. Got you. Hey, Miss Bartlett. Uh, Dean says the real goal in life is to maintain a child's heart even while getting older. Yeah, we try our damnness. That's for sure. That's most definitely for sure. So nostalgia highlights what's missing. That feeling that you felt back in the day. I guess it gets kind of like that's what you yearn for, that's what you miss it. So it kind of like it kind of just it makes you reminisce even more. You be like, I want to, but damn, it don't feel right no more. Like I get it, but gee whiz, like y'all said, Mama, we just gonna get on down. What's up, Miss Phyllis? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's most definitely different. Financial and family expectations rise. Wow. Folk be counting folk pockets. you know, Folks just don't want no card no more. I think you ought to get them all the name brand stuff and all this type of thing is crazy. Ms. Gwen said it's especially hard when loved ones transition during the holiday season. Depression is real. You try to be happy but struggling at the same time. It was already in the slide. So yeah, that's most definitely the real ones because like I said, all the big mamas gone. Grandmama and them ain't around no more. Grandmama 35 now, maybe 40. She ain't get none of the recipes to cook the food. She don't want to pop something in the microwave. They go out to eat every day. There ain't nobody cooking nothing at the house. It ain't what it used to be. The macaroni and cheese ain't quite right. Checked up. The weather plays a part to me as well. I never remember a warm Christmas growing up. I think so. I think we was just talking about that the other. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I think I was at church Sunday, and we were talking about how the weather and even how it's getting darker even quicker than it normally would be. It's like it's almost around 4:30, 4:45. It's dark. Normally it would be like 5:30. So it's most definitely something different in the air. Uh, Less rest and more responsibility. Uh, and the other thing is, it's just the value of family. I just don't think uh the value of family is what it used to be. What's up, Rodney? You got about three different Facebook profiles. I don't know who to talk to. Quiet Storm, Rodney Terrell, Rodney Stanton. I guess you just Rodney. Anyway, good morning, bro. It is necessary to schedule family activities that engage the youth more than adults to motivate them to want to go to relatives' house. I totally agree. Uh, but that's almost, bro, that's like pulling teeth. Literally. I mean, bro, it's like it's difficult. Because it seems like the younger folks be the ones that be like all over the place. They doing their thing and going where they want to go and doing what they do. If they come, they're an hour and a half late. We don't eat dinner. So it's crazy. Mama Monica says, I know it sounds cliche, but my mama was the glue that held the family together. When she passed, a lot of the traditions passed with her. That's just the truth. That's just the hard truth. That's what it is. That's one reason why I went ahead and went with this subject. And it's going to get a little bit more positive towards the end. But we just have to deal with the truth of the reality, and and understand that you know we only got so much time, and we got to try to make sure that we make good of our time and try to celebrate each other, and get with our loved ones as much as we probably can. Because a lot of times, again, we said we were going to say it a whole lot more. It seemed like the uh, the funeral is the family reunion, and it's just really sad. Uh, but again, I ain't gonna hop on that. But again, like you say, when those ones that held it down when they leave, unless you just got somebody who really pressing the issue, it's gonna be difficult. So just got to keep it all the way above. Less rest and more responsibility, boy. Mental and emotional health during the holidays. Psychology today said nostalgia increases with age during the holidays. Hmm. Miss Phyllis said we do so much and have so much more that we don't have anything to look forward to. Oh my God. Come on. Miss Phyllis. I can almost stop the slides now. That's it in a nutshell. I'm gonna have to wow, man. I'm gonna let that one simmer there for y'all. 'Cause that I think that's right. That's all it is right there. I'm about to give you a horn on that one, man. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. We do so much and have so much more that we don't have anything to look forward to. Wow. Ooh we. You hit the nail on the head on that one, Miss Phyllis. Miss Gwen says, I know I keep talking about business, but by December I'm tired, tired and need to rest. I get it because I mean, yeah, you going into a whole year, so you don't have a lot to go on. So I totally agree with that. That's a good analogy. Uh, Depression and anxiety symptoms spike in winter months. Yeah, there is a thing called seasonal depression. I think because we have less sun, people, we already don't go outside like we used to. Uh, so there is a thing called seasonal depression that a lot of people don't even know that that it's actually something that feels something. You feel it and don't even realize it's affecting you. So that is a thing. So uh, I think a lot of people just don't even honestly know about it. Uh, it says loneliness is common even when surrounded by people. Wow. And I think too what that happens is, man, everybody trying to be something. And I ain't saying you shouldn't be proud of who you are and to strive for things and be successful. But everybody trying to be more than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to go viral. Everybody want to be this star, and I have to make sure I keep myself in check to stay humble. Uh, you know, I'm driving this. I stay here. I'm doing better than this one. Man, you can have that stuff today and it be gone today. So, Ms. Gwen says, I suffer with winter blues, depression since childhood. Oh, wow. Yeah, I get it. Rodney says, I decided to step up and try to pour love into my family and create a fun place to hang out. Man, we appreciate that, Doc. You got the swimming pool and all that type of thing. And we all are guilty at some point, and we just have to be honest with ourselves. Even though we be trying to keep those traditions open, and like Miss Gwen said, you be tired by the time you get to the end of the year. So I get it, but it's a sacrifice, and you have to compromise. It's a lot. 'Cause, even like for myself, uh, during this time of the year, I do a lot of events. Sometimes two and three events in a day. Sometimes I'm working the whole week. So I get it, but it's gonna take some sacrifice and compromise. Most definitely that to try to make this situation even better. So I get it, but that's a big piece right there to be lonely and lonely and people still around. It's crazy. Um, Faith perspective. Joy doesn't always look like happiness. Oh wow, joy doesn't always look like happiness, man. Uh, because joy is something that you just gotta have. Happiness is something that it happens to you. You got to be joyful just because you're thankful for what God has blessed you with. You're thankful for your family. You're thankful for a roof over your head. You're thankful for food in your refrigerator. So that joy thing is a whole different thing than happiness. In order for you to sometimes to be happy, you got to have something happening. You know, Tony, what up, bro? Y'all know they're getting it in, man. Um, so joy doesn't always look like happiness. Uh, God is present even in grief. So that's another part of the whole scenario when it comes to the holidays. It's really supposed to be a spiritual attribute to it, and I don't really think we even understand, the value of family when it comes to the whole God thing. So we thank God that even in the midst of what we be going through and life be life, and like we say that God still be in the midst of it. We some kind of way find some joy in the middle of it. So that's awesome. Uh, Peace can exist without perfect circumstances. Um, I wish I could find that video, but it's a guy shared a video. Dr. Hughley showed it, shared it on Instagram. But he broke down something that was so profound that really really went good with this. He said that when you understand how far you've come in life, and he broke it down from like he went from you came down through so many generations. Your great 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 granddaddy, your great granddaddy, your however he broke it down, and you still made it here and you still exist. I was like, man, it's powerful. I wish I could find the video and maybe I shared it at another date. How he broke it down and he had a little chart that showed how to go by. But so yeah, peace can't exist without perfect circumstances. That's a blessing to know. It's okay to acknowledge sadness and still celebrate. That's what's the old saying. It's okay not to be okay. But even saying that, it's okay to acknowledge sadness and still celebrate. Ms. Gwen said, "Ooh, we as much as we try to brace ourselves, holidays can trigger and the gut punching moments hit us." Oh yeah, most definitely did. Most definitely did. Real talk. So, um, I mean, I know for myself personally, just to be totally transparent, well, what I got going on with my father and my mother in law right now it's been so touch and go with me. Okay, I'm gonna be back. So that's why I most definitely have to be trying to do my damnness to make the best of it. Uh, boy, crazy. All right, let's see what we got. Conversation starters. This is good. I like this. Do the holidays still feel the same for you? What changed the most as you got older? Do you feel pressure to be happy during the holidays? How do you redefine joy now? How do you and I think too that's uh I know for like my mom when she was alive, uh the conversation continued even after the holidays. She made sure that she kept in touch with everybody. They talked all the time. She made sure she stayed in touch with her siblings and all that type of thing. I just think now we just kind of like, I get to it when I get to it. And, I know for myself, and sometimes my wife used to get mad at me. I used to always, uh, stop and check on this one, go over this one house, go over this one house, and call this one and do this one. So uh, that's just how my family was. And I kind of sometimes do the same thing. What's up, Queen? Clock that T. So yeah, it's most definitely a compromise and sacrifice that you got to go through. So those conversation starters makes a difference. Now this is the good part. I told you it was gonna get a little bit better. Redefining the holidays as adults. Uh, he's so silly. Create new traditions. That's kind of an oxymoron because a tradition is something that's kind of like already set and older. So I guess if it's something that you start new, it'll just be something you creating that it will be new. I don't necessarily mean to be a tradition because it may not work, so to speak. But it's just me analyzing it, that particular situation. But you can do some new things and kind of try to start some new opportunities within your family when y'all meet. Uh, Maybe go back through your family history. Rekindle some moments of what this one used to say. I know a lot of time we always talk about the songs and stuff we used to sing when we used to get together and all that type of thing. So so create some new traditions. I create some traditions. I create do something different. You know, uh, so that's a good one. Honor memories without living in them. Whew, that's strong. Honor memories with that's kind of like what I already just said. Honor memories without living in them. Uh, bring up those old memories. And have fun with them, and try to make the best of it. Set emotional and financial boundaries. Oh wow, that one good right there. Set emotional and financial boundaries. Uh, that's very profound because sometimes I just like I said in the on earlier. I think we put our own stuff out there. We think like we got to try to buy everybody something, and you know, um, the gift got to be this expensive, and this one pressing you, and just love on each other, man. If you're gonna have some gifts, set up. If you're gonna exchange gifts, set a price boundary. I know, like sometimes with Tony, though, with the Golden Girl when he do his gifts, they set a a value on what they gonna spend. But sometimes he goes a little bit beyond uh, the price point. But I think he does it just because of the appreciation part of how you feel about that person. So I feel that. But just be responsible. Set emotional boundaries and financial boundaries. Woo, this one good right here. Choose presence over perfection. Man, I think y'all gotta let that one simmer a little bit. How much do you just value just being in your folks' presence? Just y'all just sitting around talking, different conversations going on, just shooting the breeze, as they say, just kicking it the whole 9 yards, and just thankful that you are there and you're in the moment. Choose presence over perfection. Ooh, that sounds like something Miss Gwen to say right there. Now we got through this one kind of fast. And we just right at 30 minutes, so we're gonna get ready to clock that T in a minute. Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all some of y'all time back because I gotta go to a school today. So I gotta get myself together. Closing reflections. The holidays don't have to look the same to still be meaningful. Mm, that's good. And that's a good check. That's I think everybody need to hold on to that. The holidays don't have to look the same to still be meaningful. Oh wow. Gotta chew on that one now. Growth changes how we celebrate. Hmm, that's good too. Joy can be quieter and still real. That would be a good question. Yep, I'm gonna come back to that one. Joy can be quieter and still real. Give your this woo this right here, right? This is right here. This is right here. This is right here. This is a good way to end it. Give yourself grace in this season. Give yourself grace in this season. Um, give yourself grace in this season. I'm gonna say it again. Give yourself grace. Now, nobody else. Well, you kind of give them some grace too, but most definitely, think about yourself first. You give other folks grace, but it got to start with you so you can be able to distribute it to the other people. So give yourself grace in this season. Monica said, me and Tony and the children stopped exchanging gifts like 4 years ago. We adopt a family each year. Yeah, I remember y'all talking about that. I think it's real good. Because when you really think about it, I mean, I majority of the money I spend on anything is to for my business as far as the DJ services. I don't really need nothing. I got more stuff to give away than what I can get because I don't never need no clothes. I don't need no shoes. You know, cologne every once in a while will be good. But I don't really need nothing. Right? I always, what you want for Christmas? Gift card or something like that. That's cool, but it ain't. You don't have to give me no gift. Like you say, their presence just means more than anything to me. Um, Rodney said, my ex's family started a tradition of having Christmas Eve at one of the family members' house to exchange gifts, play games, etc., and spend the day at their own house. Yep, that's the same thing I was talking about earlier. We'll do it the weekend before or the week before the holiday, uh, and then they'll have their holiday to their with their other side of the family. So yeah, most definitely. But I want to key in on what Miss Gwen just said, and if you guys want to share, uh, ending on a good note, if y'all want to put these in the chat right quick. What is your favorite holiday memory? What are some of your favorite holiday memories? What are some of the things that you remember? Uh, I know I used to enjoy going over my mom's house, my grandmama Tang. I used to, man, that lady boy, and we used to make our rounds. I love my other grandmama now. Don't get me wrong, but boy, sometimes that lady used to have cakes for days and pies, all kind of food. Um, and just the I used to love the aroma, the smells. It just smell like, oh my God, what the hell going on in this house? Just all the different aromas. You go in there and see what they got. Boy, woo wee. You be like, man. And then every time your eyes be bigger than your stomach, you put all that stuff on your plate, you don't even eat it. You say, boy, you better eat that dang on food. You don't put all that stuff on your plate. So yeah, man. Yeah. What are some of y'all memories, man? Holiday memories. Ms. Gwen said, I love this. I make sure to bless someone in need. This year, my children ministry did a drive to provide 375 gloves, hats, and socks to children at an elementary school. Awesome. Yeah, like we did the tent drive. That was awesome. Hopefully those items, played an awesome part, and then hopefully some of those individuals are taking care of those items that they were blessed with, and uh, and that was powerful. That was powerful. What's some of my other good holiday memories? Because we don't never hardly even get no snow. Monica said, staying up all night putting together toys for children and seeing their faces on Christmas morning. Oh yeah, they used to be magical, boy. Well, man, Fifi and Littlefield, boy, they used to be trying to find stuff in the house. Sometimes they be done already knew what they gonna get. They don't open stuff, just looking nosy. And we used to get mad because I did the same thing as a child. So um, it used to be so funny, man. But like I said, that's their eyes and ooh, mama, especially when they get what they ask for. You know, they may not say get all they ask for, but for the most part, when they get what they ask for, it'd be amazing, bro. Uh, Sledding, Ohio Christmas was awesome. I'm sure it was, bro. Uh, when we get a little bit of snow here, so we don't get no opportunity to do no sledding unless you go out of somewhere where they have snow. But yeah, so many memories, man, about the holidays, and like you say, it's going to be vital that we recreate these memories and moving forward as much as we possibly can. Uh, like I say, life be lifing. You don't never know what's going to happen from day to day, and just love on your family, man. So uh, I think it was good. You know, it had some pros and cons to it. Do the holidays still feel like the holidays? Uh, so most definitely, we'll see what's gonna happen tomorrow. I got some more topics to choose from. I don't know what Tony got on his heart, but yeah. So, and what's so amazing as well, as life grows on and goes on, the family that you create outside of your normal family, the family that's not blood, like Tony and the family that we've grown doing the podcast and other extended family that you're still connected with. Like they're over there celebrating with Tam for the holidays. That's the other thing, the other beauty of it, that when uh, your blood family, so to speak, is not, up to par. God has a way of blessing you with some extended family to keep that love and those memories, apart. Thank you so much, Phyllis. Ms. Gwen says, well, one memory is getting the Christmas stocking with toys and candy, uh, and the bag in church with the fruity candy. Oh man, they used to run that in the ground. You ain't gonna eat none of that fruit, none of them nuts. You gonna go straight to that can. You ain't studying that fruit. Uh, Monica says, taking Mama Christmas shopping for 10 hours straight. Man, she gonna buy something for everybody. Boy, you be like, God, dog. I don't care what it is. I think Troy like this. I think Wanda like this. I'm like, Lord have mercy. You gonna buy something for everybody. Miss Gwen said Black Friday shopping with her daughter. Oh yeah. That ain't even the same like it used to be though. It's like, yeah, it be a sale, but it don't be no sale. It's like that ain't no dang on sale. What the hell? You get out there and all that traffic and all that. And then them folks get to fighting over that stuff, man. You crazy? That's why folks shopping online now. You done ran all around that town, ran all your gas up. You ain't saved nothing but $40. Like I could have stayed my ass at home. Oh boy. Hey man, good looking out, so yeah, tomorrow is a milestone. Episode 300, man. You always got your heads up, man. Man, you got your head on a swivel, bro. We appreciate you, man. Let me go get the air horn for that one, Doc. You is the man, man. You one time in his podcast, Lee. I didn't even pay attention to it when I put it up there. We on 299. Wow. We appreciate this, though. You the man, Doc. You are most definitely a valuable VIP. Uh, Gwen said it's definitely not, and she's 4 hours away now. Oh wow, yeah. So man, good stuff. We're gonna get ready to clock that tea with my girl Queen Watkins. See what she talking about. Keep the conversation going. Thank y'all for being vocal on it. And again, try to love on your family, man. Create those memories and reflect those memories and love on your family for the holidays, man. Christmas is right here on us, so let's make it happen, Cap. Let's go. Clock that tea.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what time it is. Put them phones down, fingers up. It's time to clock that tea with your girl Queen Watkins. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. But y'all know what time it is. It's time to clock that tea. Have y'all heard of the story of the head coach from Michigan, y'all, that done got fired and went to jail because he decided he couldn't keep his private area to himself? Let's talk about it. So the coach from Michigan, Sharon Moore, he was fired and arrested because he was having sexual intercourse with his assistant.
Yeah, we
So
talked
old
about this
girl wasn't
already.
just
All
assisting
good.
him with the team; she was
I
assisting
got some more
him
tea on
with
it.
other stuff as well. So ended up someone found out the executive assistant usually makes 55,000 a year. Her income ended up doubling. So it was noticed, and an anonymous person went to, I guess, his boss and let them know, hey, we've been getting some Plan Bs delivered to the office. So, and it's coming for Coach. So of course they looked into it to see what was going on. Why were those being delivered? A Plan B is an abortion pill, basically. So you got 72 hours to take it. If you feel like something happened and you're gonna conceive later on, those are what Plan Bs are for. Now, help me understand why you getting it delivered to the work office. Make it
Don't.
make sense.
It don't make
you
sense.
you couldn't get it delivered to your house if you didn't want to walk. Well, no, you can't get it delivered to your house because Coach Moore is married with 3 children. So no, he can't get it delivered to his home. But you can walk in CVS and get those, or Walgreens or whatever. I think both of them have them, and you could just get them. But I guess he felt like it would be better to get them sent to the office. I don't know. Anywho, the executive assistant, her income doubled at the job. So at first she was making 55,000, then it ended up doubling. So come to find out, there was another anonymous tip. Folks just want to be anonymous, baby, and let them know. I don't know if it was a girl or what, but it was another anonymous tip stating that Coach was sleeping with his assistant. So Coach ended up getting fired. Once he got fired, he went to the girl house, the assistant house, crying, threatening her. He broke in her house. He's basically was trying to force her to have an abortion. And she ain't want to. I'm guessing she ain't want to. You know, right? Because y'all two adults. Y'all know when two people have intercourse, there's a possibility of getting pregnant. There's a possibility of catching shit too, stuff too. So you know, as an adult, there's a possibility, especially doing things unprotected. So make it make sense. And you ain't have intercourse with that girl just one or two times. Y'all been doing this. And this time you done had too much fun and couldn't pull out. And now you got a baby on the way. You're fired from your job. And you got locked up. Mind you, this is a black man, y'all. And he messing around. Like, it doesn't matter if he's dating Caucasian women, black women, or not. None of that. I'm just saying, you put yourself in a bad situation and had a wife, beautiful wife. I seen a picture of her, beautiful wife. Actually, wifey and her sister kind of look alike, not gonna lie. But hey,
Oh,
to each his own. That's just a story saying keep your stuff in your pants, especially you got a wife at home. You got a whole family at home. If she wasn't giving it to you how you wanted to give it to her, how you wanted it, baby, y'all should have had a talk. Sit down, do something. Cause why the assistant, y'all around each other all the time. I understand it. If you couldn't hold yourself together, you should have got about a 60-year-old assistant or something.
that ain't gonna make
70,
no difference.
80. If you couldn't keep yourself together, because what is you doing? Well, what were you doing? Because now you out of a job and got a record for the poom poom. That's insane. All right, y'all. That's all the tea that I have today. Make sure y'all tune in to 2 Million Hits Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. sharp. And don't forget to stay tuned for your girl, Queen Watkins. Clock that tea. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
That's our girl Queen, man. That's my little sister, man. I love that little lady, man. She's most definitely add a different element to uh, the hard heads, the 2 million hats. Uh, so she did bring out another element, even though we had already discussed it. I did not know that he was getting the Plan B sent to the job. Uh, that was dumb as hell. I mean, you might well just go out there and get a sign like they do at the football games and say, "I'm messing with the assistant." Because what the hell? Oh my God, you gotta be the dumbest man. Come on, are you serious? Anyway, Roddy said, "Coach shooting the club up and paying her double, not under the table, but on top of the table." What you said? Ms. Gwen says, "Oh, that's great. I'm interested to know what have been some of the most engaging episodes. We're gonna try to when Tony get back, I'm gonna try to start trying to put some of those things together with him and see can we go through some of the topics and put some sort of something together to choose from. It'll be one of our podcasts. Some of the subject matters and some of the content to see what dumb Monica dumb. Boy, you gotta be godly. So yeah, we didn't tackle it there. So there was another part of the tea right there that we didn't know about. So yeah, hey, I hate it for the young man. I've seen stories like that where people do bounce back, and life start over, but it's gonna be a challenge. I don't wish nothing ill on nobody, but he brought it on himself, and he hadn't even had the job that long. So that's a very prominent school, University of Michigan, bro. That's a you talking about that was a big job. That college there. They got some weight there. So I don't know. We'll see what's gonna happen as time progress for the whole scenario. Because not only did it impact his family, in fact, it impacted the whole football athletic team. So they got to find another coach and do that whole thing. But again, this is just me, and I'm gonna leave it alone. This is just me, because he was, with the Caucasian women, and folks, uh, our other people don't already kind of like that. So he was already married to a Caucasian lady, messed off with a Caucasian lady, then getting that type of job, making that type of money, you do the math. That's just me. It don't sound like you no setup or nothing, but we'll see. Anyway, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. So again, man, thank y'all for participating with us this morning. Ms. Gwen says, and to know that as a black man, he was automatically under a microscope while Bowler takes such a risk. Exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying, So he put himself on that though. Real talk. So, but again, thank y'all for being interactive with us today, dealing with this topic. Hopefully, we take note to the holidays going forward to try to make them better as much as we possibly can, and treasuring and loving on our family while we while we still have an opportunity to. So yeah, man. So I'm gonna give y'all some of y'all time back. It's most definitely, I would say, doing a podcast by yourself and not have somebody to interact with, bounce off of. It's sometimes a little crazy, but when you guys interact and say stuff back and forth, it makes it even better. I skipped a comment. Rodney said his favorite time. It just went up. Rodney said his favorite time was going down to Clarksdale to see his Mississippi family. Oh yeah, most definitely. Thank you, Monica. You do good. You do good. You do good. Appreciate you, sis. It's all love. Like I said, it's just kind of what was on my heart, and that I shared. So there it is. So we're gonna pray and we're gonna get on up out of here, man. Let us pray. Most gracious telling God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this time. Thank you for for us to being able to have a conversation about something that's valuable, and that's family and enjoying each other and loving on each other. We just ask that you touch anybody who's going through grief and feeling depressed in this season. Touch their families, that their families will come back together. Lord God, I ask you to touch my family, Tony family and Queen family, and allow Tony and the young ladies, where they're out of the country, that they'll be able to celebrate and have a good time for the holidays, and ask them that you bring them back home safely. And Lord God, we just thank you for all that you have done, and we ask you to do all these things in your darling son Jesus' name. And we said, amen. All right, that's some of your time back, man. I gave y'all almost 10 minutes, almost. So y'all have a great rest of your Thursday. God bless your hearts and all your body parts. 2 in the Hats podcast. See y'all tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad place. 2 Minute Hats. Let's talk about it.
The 2 Minute Hats podcast with your host with the most, Tony and Lavelle, every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead P. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. 2 Minute Hats podcast.